Okay, we're going to run through some swift animation basics here. So in Blender, first of all, I'm going to set up the sort of preferred interface that I like. I'm going to have the timeline at the bottom here, and I'm just going to make a new tab here and put that onto the graph editor, like so, and just give myself a little bit more real estate here. So we have object in Blender, and first of all, if I was to press I on the keyboard, it's got insert keyframe menu. I'm going to go location, rotation, and scale. I'm on frame 1, so that gives me the data of those 3 values on frame 1. If I was to go through to frame 12, like so, in fact, let me just change this a little bit. I want the end to be, let's say, 50. There we go. And if I press home on the keyboard, that will frame everything that I've got going on at the moment, which is quite useful. Okay, so first of all, actually, I want to put this, I don't want that there, I want it right on the floor, or right on the center 0 plane here. So I'm going to go to the move tool, and I'm just going to set that up and put that onto the floor there. If I hold down shift, you get a bit more control. So, not that this is massively important, but it's useful to know. There we go. And if I press N on the keyboard and bring up the values here, you can see that that's already got some values. And what I wanted to say is that this is the original origin location for this object. So if I press Control and then A on the keyboard and go to all transforms to deltas, it zeroes it all out. So it's kind of saying that this is where I was born. Okay. Which is very useful, because if later on I want to put it back in that position, I can just zero these out. Okay, so frame 12, if I push this up in the air now, oops, a daisy, missed it. Push that up in the air like so, and you can see it's not made an automatic keyframe. I can go I on the keyboard and keep on doing that, but it's a little bit tedious, as you can imagine. So the way around that is to, on the timeline panel here, you have at the top this button here, auto keying. So if I press that on, and in actual fact, if I press Control and K, that selects all of the keys on the frame that you're on, which is quite useful. So if I want to get rid of them, I can just hit delete. Okay, so now I've got this auto keyframe on. If I push that up in the air like so, it's automatically creates the key, which is great. And then you can see that if I scrub this backwards and forwards, it's moving, is animating. So if I want to bring it back to the beginning, let's say go to frame 24, and you can see here that I'm working on 24 frames per second. I want to zero that out, so I can either I can take those keys there and Control C and then Control V, and I'll copy them in, Control Z and do that, or I can zero these out. Oh, let's just do that again. For some reason my mouse is being a bit strange. I kind of prefer working with a pen, so if I left click and drag down here and then press 0 on the keyboard, that will zero all of those out. So the same thing as copying and pasting if that key was 0. So you can see now, let's just play that with spacebar up and down. Yeah, it's kind of a strange thing, because it's actually, in terms of the physics, it's starting off by going slowly. So it's, on this value here, it's on the z-axis, it's going slowly, and then it's speeding up, and then it's slowing down as reaching the top, which is great in the sense that when it reaches the top, it is going to slow down, and it's come back down swiftly. But we actually want it to accelerate more fast. Accelerate more fast? We want it to accelerate more as it goes off the start point. So the way that we do that is, first of all, if I twirl down and get all the data here, you will see that if I was to, for instance, click this one here, it's given me the Z location. So in Blender, Z is the vertical. And if I wanted to just have that one visible, sometimes you'll find that you'll have loads of curves here, and it can become a little bit confusing. So if you press Shift and H, that will hide everything else and just give you the value that you are working with. And so I can, let me just press home on the keyboard, and that will frame into view the keys that I've got at the moment. So I can click and drag that, as you can see. Yeah, so you can manipulate your animation here. You can also change the manner to which it works its way through that curve, which is great. So these are the sort of Bezier handles here. You can see as I click this, it's affecting both of them, and really what I want is for this one here to accelerate out like so, yeah, but I actually don't want it to affect the one before. So if I take that key there, and if I press oh, not that one, if I press V on the keyboard and go to free, you can see that those two handles there, but the handles are sort of disjointed. I'm going to press that, and then I can now take that one, and it's not affecting the one previously to it, so it's going to accelerate into that position there, like so. Okay, and then similarly we can do the same down here. V on the keyboard, or we can go to key handle type free, so you can see the keyboard shortcut there is free, and then take that like so. Okay, so now we've got a much better sense of animation. Okay, I will go into greater depth and then go into some character animation shortly. Hopefully that's been useful for you guys. Thanks.